Spike in Vermont's numbers can be attributed to a golf tournament 2 weekends ago in southern Vermont. The Fall Foliage Invitational was held at the Mount Anthony Golf Club September 18th through the 20th. Dr. Levine says 80 people from several states attended. 6 cases are tied to this cluster, and it appears that 3 are from Vermont.
These are not all Vermont, and they require cooperation and work in tandem with other states. So I can't really give you much of an update because literally these labs are done at night. They go in the report and then all the investigation occurs the next day.
Dr. Levine says it's an important reminder that group events are still risky.
The next time you're flying out of the Queen City, a new COVID testing site could help ease some of your worries. Burlington International has teamed up with Essex Junction-based Garnet Transport Medicine. Garnet says tests are free with insurance. They also accept Medicare and Medicaid. Director of Aviation Gene Richards says this can't take place instead of quarantine, but it does provide a little bit of peace of mind.
It's just one more tool that hopefully at some point will get the traveling public more confident in the ability to travel.
The testing site, by the way, is only about 100 feet from the airport, but it's still technically on the property.
And to meet an increasing demand for testing, the Clinton County Health Department and CVPH are teaming up to offer a new service at a new location with longer hours. Starting today, the site will be open every day from 9 until 2. The testing site is located on Connecticut Road in Plattsburgh, and the testing site will be available whether or not people are experiencing symptoms.
A New Hampshire judge has thrown out most of a lawsuit challenging the Granite State's voting procedures during the pandemic. The American Federation of Teachers wanted New Hampshire to extend the acceptance deadline for mail-in ballots and cover the postage costs for those ballots. State leaders argued that changing the rules this close to Election Day would create more problems than it would solve, and a judge agreed. But he did order Granite State officials to develop a process to accept requests for absentee ballot registration forms.
And President Trump's impromptu visit with supporters created outrage as he was seen outside the hospital where he is being treated for COVID-19. The Walter Reed attending physician is now speaking out. This is many are calling for transparency on the president's health. ABC's Alex Perche has more from Washington.
Overnight, growing outrage over this. President Trump breaking his quarantine at Walter Reed Sunday to do a drive-by for his supporters.
Mr. President!
He's there in the back seat waving and wearing a mask. The others in the SUV exposed. As health experts say, the president is likely still contagious. The White House insisting in a statement that appropriate precautions were taken, including PPE, and that the movement was cleared by the medical team as safe to do. But Dr. James Phillips, a Walter Reed attending physician, blasted the stunt, tweeting, "Every single person in the vehicle during that completely unnecessary presidential drive-by just now has to be quarantined for 14 days. They might get sick, they may die, for political theater. This is insanity." The CDC says any movement of a hospitalized COVID patient outside their room should only be done for medically essential purposes. The president, after spending the weekend in the hospital, now saying this about the virus.
And I understand it, and it's a very interesting thing, and I'm going to be letting you know about it.
This latest incident follows a series of mixed messages and false statements about his health. On Saturday, White House Dr. Sean Conley repeatedly dodged questions about whether the president needed oxygen.
Yesterday and today, he was not on oxygen.
So he has not been on it during his COVID treatment?
He's not on oxygen right now.
Now, Conley says he did administer oxygen to the president twice, including on Friday at the White House after his blood oxygen dropped. Sources telling ABC the president had difficulty breathing. And there's also questions about how and when the president caught COVID. Last week's Rose Garden announcement of his Supreme Court pick, Amy Coney Barrett, a possible super spreader event. So far, 9 people in attendance have tested positive, and 5 out of 9 people on his debate prep team have tested positive too. Meanwhile, Joe Biden tested negative for the virus on Sunday. His campaign now promising to release the results of every test that he takes. And his running mate, Senator Kamala Harris, is gearing up to face Vice President Mike Pence in a debate on Wednesday. Sources telling ABC News that they'll sit 12 feet apart after the Biden campaign requested more space. Alex Perche, ABC News, Washington.
New York Governor Andrew Cuomo sent the president and the First Lady this New York Cares Get Well package. Among the items are some chicken wings from Dinosaur Barbecue, apples from Upstate, New York City bagels, Junior's cheesecake, and apple cider. Not too hard to take, right? For the latest coronavirus headlines and stories that matter to you and your family, head over to mychamplainvalley.com.
And for some uplifting news, a Boston area man who has taken a very long walk, actually more than 24,000 miles. He has walked 3 miles every day for the past 30 years, and the 88-year-old has no plans to stop. Ted Wayman has his story.